Alright guys, before Ross are here, today I'm going to be bringing you my birthday bonanza part 2. This is the episode that is going to be completely dedicated to the pop vinyl I acquired over my birthday week, and basically the money that I spent on pop vinyls, basically all that's going to be in this episode. And only actually when I accumulated all of the pop vinyl that I needed to show in this video did I realise how many I got, and I have to thank everyone for buying them for me and giving me money for them, because I really didn't need all of these. I appreciate them all, but I really didn't need them. There's some excellent pop vinyl here. I can't wait to talk about them with you. So I guess without further ado, we should just get into it. I guess I probably should say first though, if you haven't seen my birthday bonanza part 1, please go check that out. In that video I showed all of the other stuff I got for my birthday. For example, that Chris Benoit figure there, the Polywell you can maybe just see up there, and then some of these pictures here. But yeah, please go check that out if you haven't seen it. Without further ado, let's get into it. I apologise for the lighting again. Not very good today. The blinds aren't fantastic in my game room. I need to maybe get them changed. But the first pop vinyl we're going to talk about, there's 3, and my mum and dad, obviously, as I said in my last video, came up early, gave me my birthday money, and then the day they came to see me, we went back home with them. The day after we went home with them, I went into HMV and I realised that they do a deal which is like 2 for 1 on pop vinyl, which is a really good deal. If you're interested in pop vinyl, please go and have a look at the collection they've got in HMV, especially the one in Grimsby, if anyone's in Grimsby, because they had a really good long stacking wall of pop vinyl. I bought 4. I bought 1 for Sherelle because I wanted to help her start her home collection. I got her Gilderoy Lockhart. Obviously, she's a huge Harry Potter fan. She already has Ginny Weasley, which I bought her for her birthday last year, because I'm like, if you're my girlfriend, you can't have a pop vinyl. And then I bought a Gilderoy Lockhart, and then I think it was a week ago, I bought a Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts, obviously played by Eddie Redmayne. But no, in that deal that I got Gilderoy Lockhart, I got 3 others. I bought all 3 of these. I bought for the 4, sorry. For the 4, it was it was £30 for the 4. One of them was £20 on its own, so a really, really good deal when you think about it. We'll go to that one first. It's one of Master Chief from the Halo series. Obviously, if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of the Halo series. Master Chief is obviously one of the most iconic characters in video game history. He's the mascot of the Xbox brand. Let me just get rid of the little add-up that's just come on. Oh, I apologise. Just need to get it. Apologise for that, guys. I actually nearly hit the record button. I actually got some tissue for my nose today because I've got a really, really bad hay fever at the minute. But no, this Master Chief figure is really, really good. Obviously, there's not a lot they need to do with the eyes because you can't see them. But as far as like fitting in as a pop vinyl, it's one of the best figures I think I've seen. It's probably one of the best in my collection, to be honest. It's a really, really pretty figure. It really feels nice. The material feels nice. As far as likeness, it's very hard to not get Master Chief correct. So, really, really good figure. This one's £20 at the minute in HMV, but obviously I got 4 for £30, so it offsets the value of that one a little bit. In the deal for that one, so basically what I did was I picked the 2 cheapest ones and gave them to Sherelle to go and buy and gave her the money. And then I picked the 2 dearest ones and got them, so I got like one for £15 for cheaper. And the £15 one that I got for free was this T-Dog. And this is I think it's a Comic-Con SDCC 2017 exclusive one of T-Dog from The Walking Dead. This is, spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1. This is from the episode where he dies. He's got the Colt kind of 9mm pistol, he's got the bolt cutters, and he's got the security vest. Yeah, this is from the episode where he dies. He sacrifices himself to save Carol. It's a pretty good pop vinyl, and I think I bought it more because of who it is and because it was an exclusive. And I need more Walking Dead pop vinyl. I've actually only got 3. I've only got this one, Gabriel, and Rick Grimes. And the Rick Grimes one is not fantastic. I don't think this one, as far as... I'm sorry, my nose is running again. As far as like quality, I don't think the Walking Dead ones are very good, just because there's not a lot of distinct character faces that they can pull off. The Rick Grimes ones is not very fantastic. And this one here, I don't know if you'd be able to tell that is T-Dog. I knew it was because of the vest and the bottle cores and stuff, but yeah, not a fantastic one, but still a very, very cool one to own and very different. And not a lot of people, I imagine, own that one. And then the final one that I got, obviously I got Sherelle Guildbury Lockhart, but I also got myself the Medic from Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is one of my favourite multiplayer games of all time. One of my favourite characters in that game is the Medic. A lot of people don't use Medic just because he doesn't have a lot of offensive weapons, but as far as helping your team, which is what Team Fortress is, it's a team-based game, the Medic is probably the most useful character. It's very similar to Mercy in Overwatch, which Overwatch shirt today. I love my character-based shooters, which is why I really loved Overwatch when that came out, and why it's probably one of my favourite games of all time when I think about it. But yeah, Mercy. Medic, great character, really, really good pop vinyl, really, really good design on it. It's got the health gun, it's got the cross on the back of his what do you call it? The pack, the Ghostbusters pack. Yeah, really, really good pop vinyl. Really, really like that. I really like the cartoony character ones that they make into pop vinyl. They do really, really good jobs with, and that Medic one's a really, really good one. Then we actually got to my birthday, and this one came in the post, I think, the day before. This is from Sherelle's mum. Again, Sherelle's mum does love me, definitely. So she bought me, obviously, that art, the Mass Effect art I showed you yesterday in my part 1 video. Please check it out if you haven't. And she also bought me this, which is Scorpion from Mortal Kombat X. I basically wanted a Mortal Kombat one just because I knew I was getting 11 for my birthday. So I wanted a Mortal Kombat one. The Scorpion one I thought was probably the prettiest. His eyes are yellow. I think this is a really, really good design for Scorpion. This is I think it's the original retro kind of MK3, MK1 design for Scorpion. MK2, sorry, design for Scorpion. Really, really pretty pop vinyl. Thank you very much to Sherelle's mum for getting that for me. Then we actually moved on to my birthday night when everybody came round and we celebrated my 21st birthday. My friend Chris Vincent, one of my best friends, he bought me one. It was a Manchester United pop vinyl. I actually don't have any football pop vinyl, so it's really nice to finally get one. And he bought me my favourite player at the club, which is Paul Pogba. And it sucks because he may be leaving us. He may be leaving Manchester United, but it's quite a decent pop vinyl. I think, as far as like if the hair wasn't there and you didn't see the hair, you wouldn't know that's Paul Pogba. In all honesty, it's very generic and black head. Like obviously the shirt and the stuff would give it away, but not a fantastic pop vinyl from Funko. I think it's a little bit lazy, but still not a bad attempt. I mean, it is a bit lazy to be fair, but thank you very much, Chris. I'm not undercutting your pop vinyl. Thank you very much. And then the final one I got on my birthday was from my friend Owen and Chrissy. Shout out to them. They got me one of Deadpool. I knew he'd get me one of Deadpool. It's one of his favourite things. I actually bought him a Deadpool pop vinyl for his birthday a couple of years ago. Really, really cool pop vinyl. It's Deadpool as Bob Ross. He's got his paintbrush here. He's got his paint palette. He's got his Bob Ross hairdo. I don't get the thing for Bob Ross. What is the joke for Bob Ross? Very, very cool pop vinyl though. He sits on my miscellaneous shelf. He really should go on my Marvel shelf, but that shelf's more for the MCU characters, which you'll see a couple of them in a minute. But no, thank you very much to Owen and Chrissy for that one. Moving on, just a couple of days later, I went into in Lincoln here. Our game shut down. Our game and Gametronics shut down actually. And it was because they were moving. They were refurbishing and moving to a new location. When they opened, on opening day, I decided to run down because I heard that you got £5 on your card when you purchased something. So I went down there, spent a little bit of cash of my birthday money, and bought this really nice Randy Orton pop vinyl. As far as like bodies and language and actual actions, this is one of the best pop vinyl I think I own. Doing the famous Randy Orton pose is really, really cool. The one thing for me that puts it off looking like Randy Orton is, I think, the face. Like, it just doesn't really resemble Orton that much. Maybe it's the hairdo, the fact that he looks more like Stannis Baratheon or like someone from Game of Thrones than he does Randy Orton. But outside of that, the jacket feels really nice. He's got the Viper logo on the back. He's got the tattoos that are pretty much spot on. The boots and stuff are really good. Orton on the tights. Everything else is really good. It's just the face that kind of puts me off this a little bit. This is like nearly a 10 out of 10 pop vinyl. I just wish the face was a little bit better. But as I said, can't really complain too much. Really nice pop vinyl regardless. Then it was just like a couple of days later, and I was back home in Grimsby for some reason. I can't think why. And we were back home in Grimsby. I ended up in HMV again, which meant I wasn't leaving without a pop vinyl. I bought two again. These were both $14.99. The first one is from Call of Duty. I realise I don't actually have a Call of Duty one. I'm not the biggest fan of Call of Duty, as you'll know on my channel, but I do enjoy 4, 5... Modern Warfare 2 is not bad. Modern Warfare 3 is not that bad. Black Ops isn't that bad. It's more the newer stuff I don't really like. But this one is the Juggernaut from Mortal Kombat. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This is a really nice looking design, and it's really unique. It's one of those ones you didn't think they'd ever make, which is I think why I bought it. As far as stuff going on, it's got the shield, it's got an M16, it's got the mask, it's got real detail as well on the front with all the body armor. It looks really, really pretty. You can't actually spin its head, which is one of the weird things of every pop vinyl I've ever got. There's only a few where you can't turn their heads. But no, really, really pretty pop vinyl. It's quite tall as well. I don't know if it's taller than the average one. But yeah, really, really pretty pop vinyl. The Juggernaut from Call of Duty. I think Modern Warfare 2. It could be Modern Warfare or Modern Warfare 3, to be honest, either. And then the other one I got, this one would have been free, was Cortex from Crash Bandicoot. I just thought this one looked really wacky. Like, I don't know if this looks good. I don't know if it looks bad. It looks really weird, though. It also comes with a stand. He's got his little gun there. It's not bad. It's actually a bit dirty. I've just noticed. I've actually got some dirt on it. Got a little N on his head. I have a friend who I call Cortex all the time, so I'll have to show her this at some point. But yeah, really, really cool pop vinyl of Cortex. It just looks wacky, and I think that's the thing. The Crash one, my friend really disliked, and I'm like, it looks okay, but I don't know. Some things don't transition well to pop vinyl, and I think characters that aren't completely humanoid have that problem, and Cortex is maybe one of those who has a little bit of a problem with it. Really weird looking pop vinyl. The Simpsons ones, for example, don't look fantastic, but they're completely humanoid. I think it's just the human ones are the easiest to do naturally. Sorry about that. Let's get a tissue. Apologies, guys. I think it's hay fever. I've also been doing the garden today. We've cleaned the garden today, so yeah, grass is just everywhere. But no, I think the human ones are really easy to do naturally. Obviously, some of the best ones I think they've ever done. The Leon Kennedy ones are really, really good ones, to be fair. But yeah, I think the non-humanoid ones are just a little bit harder. Then, this was during the time I was finishing my final English exam, my final English assignment, sorry. I just decided to go into the Entertainer, because Entertainer do really, really good value on pop vinyl. Some of them are like totally really, really cheap. Like they've waxed loads of money off the price. So I got two of these three for £6.66, which is a really good price. And the first one I'm going to show you is another MCU one. I wanted another villain from the MCU, so I decided to get Ebony Maw, who's obviously a general for Thanos in Infinity War and in Endgame. Ebony Maw's a really cool character, really powerful character. The pop vinyl of him is not fantastic, I'm not going to lie. His face looks pretty bad. It looks too old. Like, Ebony Maw never looked that old in Infinity War or Endgame. So very, very wacky. The suit looks pretty good, though. I think it might be a bit bright. I think his suit's a bit darker, but it's not bad. I do quite like Ebony Maw as a character, which is why I really purchased that one, to be honest. I'll do the other $6.99 one first, and then I'll go to the one that cost me £10, so still a really good price. I got another WWE one. I got one of Sasha Banks. I've wanted this one for years, because I think this is one of the best pop vinyl I've ever done. You know that's Sasha Banks. Even without the glasses, you definitely know that's 100% Sasha Banks. Really, really good colour in the hair. It's very tough to get Sasha's hair colour right, because, you know, the colour, it's purple. But yeah, really, really good colour. The outfit's fantastic. Obviously on the back, I believe it says Boss. Really, really good pop vinyl. This is one of my favourite pop vinyl, I think, in my collection. Which reminds me, I do think at some point I am going to do a my top 10 favourite pop vinyl I own, or my top 10 favourite pop vinyl in my collection video, which I may do after my favourite games of all time series. You know, there's so many things I really like to do now because I've got this chance without university. So, as I said, guys, let me know if you think that'd be a cool video to do. The final pop vinyl from that little deal from the Entertainer was this one of Hawkeye from Infinity War. This isn't fantastic. It looks a bit young, and his hair looks... Hawkeye's hair looked relatively silly in the movie, and this is also when he's Ronin. This isn't the time suit Hawkeye. That one's apparently quite rare. But it still looks quite silly here. It looks even sillier. I didn't notice he had such a mohawk until I bought the pop vinyl. It looks too young as well for me to be Jeremy Renner. The suit's fantastic though. The actual detail on the actual outfit is really impressive. His bow's bent, which is annoying because it was bent in the box, which I imagine everyone's will be. But it's not a bad pop vinyl. I just wish it looked a little bit older. And yeah, I wish the bow wasn't bent as well, to be honest. That's kind of the one thing that bugged me. The next pop vinyl was one I bought on my own. Me and my friend Terence were at university. After we did some work, I said, "Do you want to go into town?" We went into town. I told him about the cheapest pop vinyl I knew of, which is the one in the in HMV. It's $2.99 this pop vinyl, but you've also got to remember that they do buy one get one free. So this pop vinyl, you could get 2 of them for £3. That's like £1.50 a pop vinyl. Doesn't matter if you want it or not. I was just like, let's just get it. So we got one. This is my first Star Wars pop vinyl. I have 83 pop vinyl, and this is my first Star Wars one, and it's the Loot Crate exclusive Han Solo snow gear. So this is Han Solo from Hoth. Comes with a massive stand. These stands, like the Star Wars ones, I really dislike. I just think they're really, take away from the pop vinyl. They make it too tall for me as well when you put it on a shelf. It just looks really silly. Of course, he's got his Rebel Blaster. He's got his blue coat. I think he looks too old as well. Like, as far as... He looks too old to be that Han Solo. The hair colour doesn't look right. Not a fantastic pop vinyl, which is probably why it only cost me £1.50. Still, can't really complain with £1.50, to be honest. It could be worse. It could be worse, to be fair. The bobbleheads, I do actually quite like the bobbleheads. I wish more would go bobblehead. Final 2 now, actually. This one here, this next one, is the cheapest pop... Oh no, well, outside of the Han Solo, is the cheapest pop vinyl I've got. I went down into town to pick up something from the post office for Sherelle, and I just thought, why don't I pop in the Entertainer and like buy something myself for doing this? And I wanted to find the cheapest pop vinyl I could possibly find. And I found one for $3.99 that coincidentally Terence had actually bought like 2 or 3 days beforehand. And it is from Black Panther, which is a movie I actually quite like. I actually really shot that movie down when it came out, but since I've actually rewatched it, I've actually really enjoyed it. It is from Black Panther. It is Nakia from Black Panther. I only bought it because it was cheap, to be honest. I would have preferred M'Baku or Okoye or even Shuri or T'Challa or Killmonger. I really wanted a Killmonger one because I love Michael B. Jordan. He's great at Creed. But yeah, this Nakia one's okay. I wouldn't know what it is. If you like put that on a shelf, I would not know what that is, to be honest. I can't remember the actress's name either, so I do apologise. But yeah, it's not bad. £3.33. I can't really complain. And then the final one, which reminds me that I still need to read this person's book. I bought it last year. I can't remember what it's called either. It's called like... Oh, I can't remember what our book's called either. But no, I bought this one the other day from HMV. This is one of the best WWE ones they've done, outside of one little thing, which I'll touch upon. This is one of Charlotte Flair. And with Charlotte being released, she's the last horsewoman to be released. So I have Sasha and Charlotte. My plan is to get the Bayley one, which is exclusive, and the Becky Lynch one that was just released that isn't very good, but I'm still going to get it because I want the 4 horsewomen. This Charlotte one's fantastic. Like, as far as the outfit, the colour, her face, the little mole, it's really, really good. The colour of her hair is perfect. There's only one problem with it. And the problem is that there's a tiny gap between the feathered boa peacock thing and the actual jacket. and it really kills the mood. Basically, the peacock thing is stuck to her head. This is stuck to her body. It really killed this for me when I turned it around. One of my favourite pop vinyl until I saw that. It's still a very good pop vinyl. I just wish it was perfect. Honestly, it was so close to being perfect, this one. But yeah. So that is the load. That is... Sorry, I just heard a noise. That is all of my pop vinyl from my birthday. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 pop vinyl. The door's opening. Hi. That was just Sherelle. That was the scariest thing ever. But no, and I can just hear her laughing as well. But no, 15 pop vinyl for my birthday. I want to thank everybody for getting me some. I want to thank my parents for giving me money, and everyone that gave me money for my birthday, all my aunts and uncles and stuff like that. I really, really do appreciate it. You know it's going on you know I'm spending it on good stuff when I'm talking about my pop vinyl in a video. As far as my favourite ones here, the Charlotte one was a proper contender just because of how good it is. The Randy Orton one, the Scorpion one's really nice. Paul Pogba's obviously a really good looking one from the waist down, from the head down. And the Master Chief one are all really, really good ones. I can't pick my favourite because they're all really, really good. But at the end of the day, that's why I buy them, because they're all really, really good. I only buy pop vinyl if I like the look of them, or if I like the character, to be fair. So I guess thanks for watching, guys. This has been Rob Rosslot. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think to all my pop vinyl? What is your favourite pop vinyl you've seen here? What do you think to the prices that I got most of these for? Have you been to HMV and got any of the buy one get one free ones? Have you checked out the Entertainer? They have some really, really good prices there. They do some really good ones in game as well, which is where I got Randy Orton and Charlotte from, and I got Sherelle's Newt Scamander from. In a couple of days, I'm hoping to put up my first episode in the Favourite Games of All Time series. I hope to start that after this video on my laptop, typing up my list. So, I guess without further ado, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Revolver Rosslot.